Alrighty boys, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're going to be doing a review on the second crossover hero that Save the World has ever seen, known as Kurohomura in Fortnite Save the World. This guy is actually a Battle Breakers hero just like Razor, and if we know anything from Razor, she was actually really good. Her kunai storm was something that we've never seen before because she could literally kill a smasher in only one use of it before the ability damage increase. She was a pretty good hero. Does that apply to Kurohomura? Well, we'll find out in today's video. Before I do jump into it, I want to remind you guys of two things really quick. Number one, Winterfest is going on right now in Fortnite Battle Royale, and the reason that I mention this is because every single day you can log in and get something free. You can get upwards of 2 outfits, I believe 2 wraps, 2 pickaxes, and all that kind of stuff. I think there's like some gliders and some like a loading screen or something like that. You guys can actually log into Battle Royale right now, go to the lodge, open a present, and do this once every single day for like 14 days. I just want to mention that because with Save the World getting cosmetics in it, you might not want to miss out on some of this free stuff that Battle Royale is offering, and as a Save the World player, you know, it's practically the same thing. Just log into the game mode, grab it, go to Save the World, and have fun. Aside from that, the new G Fuel flavor is dropping today, and you guys can use my code demonjoefr, and this will be the first ever time that my code has ever worked on a new flavor. It's Dub Melon Mint from Daquan, and if you guys would like to support me, it would help me immensely. First link in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Kurohomura, the Battle Breakers hero, and whether or not he is good. I do apologize that this video is coming out a little bit late, but I did want to spend some time with this guy before I made this review because, well, we'll find out. So if you guys do want to unlock Kurohomura, you guys can actually get him via playing Battle Breakers. Just like Razor, you had to get to like level 20 or something like that. Kurohomura can be unlocked by reaching level 50 in Battle Breakers, and you don't have to link your Epic Games account or anything like that. Whenever you log into Battle Breakers the first time, you know, you should already log into your Epic, and that kind of cross saves with Fortnite, so it makes sure to give you the hero whenever you reach 50 in Battle Breakers. You just have to claim some kind of gift box in the app, and then you will get it in Save the World. Now, Kurohomura is a Seismic Smash Outlander, and if we go ahead and take a look at his perks, the standard perk, which is really good, is Seismic Smash will apply a 3.3 second stun and 1500 impact. The commander perk is that, well, it'll do the exact same thing, but additionally, Seismic Smash will deal a 35 base fire damage every second for 3 seconds. Now, if you guys are curious on what this fire damage looks like, here is a clip of me using his Seismic Smash against a smasher, and as you guys can see right here, he is not doing really much of anything with his affliction, and that's one of the main reasons that this video is coming out so late, is because I was trying to figure out if this hero was actually really good or not, and really trying to spend some time with him. And as a commander, this guy is horrible. He is a horrible commander to go with Seismic Smash on. You can use so many other heroes with this guy and get way more use out of him. Literally, the only difference between his standard and his commander is the fact that he does this extra affliction, and that extra affliction is practically nothing. It is really bad. I recommend either using Southie as your commander, who is the guy that reduces the cooldown in your Seismic Smash, or Ragnarok, which is my personal favorite, which makes the Seismic Smash go out forward and come back without any loss to your damage. That is pretty much the better way to use Kurohomura, but I am reviewing him as a commander in today's video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hero loadout that I used with this guy. So in the commander slot, we have Kurohomura. By the way, as a side note, he does come with Phase Shift and Shock Tower, if you guys were curious, which in my opinion is my ideal Outlander loadout. I'm not really too big a fan of Teddy. For the team perk, we have Bio Energy Source, which basically means for every single time I use up any sorts of energy, it will convert that into shield. So every time I use the Seismic Smash, I get a buff to my shield. If I Phase Shift, Shock Tower, or anything like that, it's basically to help keep me alive. The support team, we have Return to Sender from Ragnarok, Fault Line from Southie, Four to the Floor from Anthony, Space Technology from Azalea, and Plasma Arc from Cyberclap. So let me go ahead and explain this loadout. Return to Sender will allow my Seismic Smash to go out forward and come back to me. This will give me more of a chance to stun enemies and to damage them and all that kind of stuff. stuff. We have Fault Line from Southie, and he will allow me to use my Seismic Smash even more. Forward to the Floor will put out this kind of, damage pulse at the end of my Seismic Smash to kind of get some extra damage off. This will not apply to Kurohomura's perk. It won't allow a stun or anything like that. Space Technology will give us more damage with energy damage from our abilities, which is Kurohomura's Seismic Smash does a base energy and then applies Fire Affliction after, so we are going to get that damage buff from that. And lastly, we have Plasma Arc, and the reason I really like this perk is because this will buff practically anything that does energy damage. It will buff our weapons, it will buff our abilities, it will buff our gadgets, anything like that, this will actually help out with. So instead of putting something like assault rifle damage or anything like that, Plasma Arc will allow us to get so much use out of practically anything on this character. So Seismic Smash gets buffed, the Shock Tower, as well as any energy weapons that we end up using. Plasma Arc is going to go a long way to kind of buff everything on this character and kind of give us some extra gun damage, which is something that this loadout is definitely lacking. So now that we've taken a look at the hero loadout, let's talk a little bit more about how this character really works. So as I did say, whenever you do use a Seismic Smash, he will send it out and he will stun enemies and pretty much have a guaranteed knockback because of his impact. I was doing some testing with this guy and I did notice, and this really disappointed me, that if you do use Seismic Smash on the likes of something like a mini boss, it's not actually going to stun that mini boss. It's also not going to stun a smasher if he's in mid charge, and it's not really too reliable, especially in the early game content, which really disappoints me. Kurohomura is one of the coolest looking heroes that I have ever seen. He is an absolute badass, and there are a few things that I really hope that Epic Games does to give this guy some buffs, because Razor, as we saw earlier whenever we reviewed her a long time ago, she's a really good hero. Aside from her crystal daggers being a little bit inconsistent with tracking, she's really good for damage. She can, like I said, one-shot a smasher with a kunai storm. Kurohomura is just a complete disappointment and a waste of a hero because he's got such a cool design, but you'll never actually get to see it if you want to use him effectively. He's not going to stun or impact any of the mini bosses, he won't stun or impact any charging smashers, and he's definitely not going to stun or impact any of the lower level husks because they're going to die immediately. So one thing, or a few things that I'd like to see improve with this guy, is that for the commander perk, allow him to stun mini bosses. I tested this on the Mythic Storm King mini boss, I tested this in a dungeon mission against the mini boss and all that kind of stuff. I tested this on plenty different charging smashers to see if I could get the effect that it normally gives, and it doesn't. I just want to see for the commander perk, give him the ability to stun charging smashers and give him the ability to stun mini bosses, and I actually think you will see Kurohomura becoming one of the better Seismic Smash heroes in the game. But practically right now, Kurohomura is basically Ice Queen, but not as good as a commander. So you can basically kind of get the Ice Queen effect if you do use this guy in your support slot against some of the higher health enemies, because Ice Queen, she freezes enemies on impact, and this guy is going to allow a stun, so it's kind of the same thing, but it doesn't always work like Ice Queen's does. She's way more reliable, as she can actually freeze a charging smasher. So Kurohomura is just, in my opinion, just a mess of a hero. He needs some improvement to even be at all worthwhile. Give him better affliction ticks, allow him to stun mini bosses and charging smashers, and just give him some more usability, because honestly, I'm very disappointed with this hero, and I'm very sad about that, because one, you got to get to level 50 in Battle Breakers, two, he's a promotional hero just like Razor, and Razor was great, and three, he just looks so cool and nobody can ever really get much use out of him. So it's a really big disappointment that this guy actually just is practically worthless right now, and I really do hope, because we don't see this often, but I really do hope that Epic Games takes another look at this guy and gives him some proper buffs, as these crossover heroes are really cool and I love them, and it sucks to see one be practically useless. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. That is my review of Kurohomura, and maybe this video helped just a little bit with helping you decide whether you want to use him or helping you just figure out how to pronounce his name. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I am sorry that this video came out late, but I am going to be a lot more consistent with YouTube uploads now. I just really wanted to make sure I got this video right and made sure that everything was kind of kosher with all the information that I was giving off. Tomorrow we should have a re-review of the Pain Train or the Tree of Light. The patch notes came out today and we're getting some returning stuff, so I'll probably be doing a re-review video. After that, we'll probably be discussing some leaked details around the outfit system in Save the World, so definitely stay tuned for that if you like save the world news. But guys, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, because I make videos like this almost every single day, and I'll see you guys next time.